Hello again. In my last video, I got you to do a drawing upside down, and the reason I did that was because I wanted to find a way of turning off the left-hand side of your brain. We need to turn it off so that we can activate the arty bit in the right-hand side of your brain. Now, today's project, I'm actually going to be using something which you have a very, very strong pictogram for, and that is a tree. Now, if you remember, I showed you what you had in your head at the age of 6, which is a tree like that. And even as an adult, this is what's in your head. If you start doing things like that, you know that that is you drawing a pictogram. It may be a sophisticated pictogram, but it's a pictogram nonetheless. Trees look nothing like that. Let me just show you what you should be looking for in trees. And if you can come in close, can you see you've got these lovely enclosed spaces? Can you see like that? You've got these gorgeous enclosed spaces. If you go out into the garden and really look at a branch and look very hard to actually try and find these enclosed spaces, that's what a tree should look like. So what I want you to do is to go and photograph a few branches. Now, it's quite good at the moment because it's winter, so you get these lovely silhouetted shapes. What I then want you to do is forget that it's a tree. It's not a tree, because if you think it's a tree, the left-hand side comes in and goes, oh, I've got a tree, I can do trees. It's not a tree, these are lines. So you'll end up with something like this. Now, I had this on my phone. Obviously, I'm using my phone for filming purposes, so I've just printed it off. But you'll end up with something like that. Can you see this is not a tree, this is line? And what I want you to do is to then get a separate bit of paper. This time it's not the same size. Last time we did the same size. We did the horse upside down, it was the same size. This, I'm pushing you on a bit. This is quite small and your phone screen is quite small, and this is a bit bigger. So we're not doing the same size, but it's the same principle. So again, I would probably start off getting some idea very, very loosely. Look, I'm holding my pencil well back. I'm doing lots and lots and lots of pentimenti. I'm spending most of my time looking at this, and I will just very, very gently start trying to block in some of the shapes. Now remember, this might be wrong, and if you did the exercise yesterday, you probably realise you can refine it as you go. So we're going to have something like that. When you get to the point where you've got it all blocked in and you're wanting to refine it, let me just show the speed at which you should be drawing. So let me just do this little bit here. So there's like a little thing there. Remember, it's not a branch, nothing to do with branches, a little, and it comes out kind of there, and it comes down. Now, can you see how slowly I'm drawing? Now, the left brain will just turn off because it thinks, well, I'm bored, I can't do this. But that's the speed at which you need to be drawing. Now, you can either do that, if you want to then be really quite brave, you can take a photograph of a group of trees. Now, look, I've done exactly the same. This time it's not in silhouette. I've taken a group of trees, but I've drawn them in silhouette. Look at all these lovely shapes and loops, all these lovely enclosed shapes. That's what you need to be drawing. Once you've done that, that's sort of optional if you like, take you on a bit further, go and get yourself an interesting branch. Now, it's not a branch, this is not a branch, this is just a lot of lines put together. And what I suggest you do is, and you're going to need this anyway for future projects, from an old cereal packet, make yourself a viewfinder, something like that. This is going to help you because there we are, you see, look, I can blue tack that to there. And what I can then do, if it stands up, is I can then, there we are, I can then sit right back and I can stare at that. Now, before I draw that, because my brain's trying to tell me it's in 3 dimensions, I would just sit there. Now look at my eyes. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to probably just sit there, and I'd probably sit there for a good half a minute, and I would squint at it. you keep doing that, because what you're doing, you're flattening that three-dimensional image, you're flattening it onto your retina. Once you've got it flattened, then you can draw. So that's all I'm going to ask you to do today. So remember, it's not a tree, it's just line. See how you get on. Thanks for watching. Bye.